Welcome to africasperspective.com. Work It Out Wednesday. Coming to you with a real personal story that I have here. I kind of mention it a little bit when I'm talking about, Operation Healthy and Fit. I'm trying to get back fit and whatever, but let me give you the real synopsis of who and what I'm about. For many years, I've been struggling with weight. I was the big chick. I was that fly on the wall. You know, the fly on the wall? 225-pound fly when I was in high school. And over a 240-pound fly when I was in college. I didn't have kids. My weight gain stemmed from my depression. Since I really don't know how to express feelings. Like, even talking about it now makes me tongue-tied. My weight gain really stemmed from that. I was so busy carrying around the sins of everything that was done to me prior to that I was just hiding myself. I was just packing in the food. Now, I was fly now. Hair done all the time, nails done, all hair done, feet done, I had on, you could not catch me. Especially after I graduated from high school, sweetie pie, you couldn't catch me in nothing less than Donna Karan. I was rocking Donna Karan, Tommy Versace, Moschino, whatever. Because I was like, shit, I'm big. I'm not gonna be big and sloppy. I was a 240-pound fat ass. 240 pounds on a 5'9" frame does not look good. I was unhappy. I was so unhappy. I started gaining weight, a rapid amount of weight when I left middle school. Leaving middle school, that's when a lot of my weight gain started. A lot of things were going on. I was dealing with past issues of things that happened to me when I was younger. Now, mind you, middle school, you're about anywhere between 12 and 14. So imagine what I was dealing with prior to that. So I was coming to grips with a lot of things that happened in my short lifespan at that time. I was just catching up with that, and then something else happened. And it's like I just packed on weight. I just packed it on. I was so scared of what the hell was going on. I had no one to talk to, no one to reach out to. There was no YouTube. There was no Twitter. Social media, you had with the damn telephone and writing notes to your friends. That's it. Okay? So I had no one to talk to. And the cultural environment that I was in, you don't talk about what's going on in your house. You keep that shit quiet. And what was going on was some real stuff. Real stuff that I won't go into. But I want to say around by that time, it's like I don't know how to explain. It's like a switch goes off in your head. A lot of the girls that I knew, and a lot of them are still, I'm still friendly with, I'm still cool with, they were blossoming and growing and But it's like in my mind's eye, I'm like, yo, I didn't want to blossom. I didn't want to grow because I knew what that meant. Because of what was done to me, I really didn't want to not grow up. I did not want to become a woman. If that sounds crazy, but I didn't want to be a girl. I didn't want to be a boy, but I didn't want to be that girl with the titties and the ass and the this and the voluptuous nature, because I already knew what can happen. I already knew what can happen to you as a girl, and you all are the most standout moment for me really was during Hurricane Andrew. That's when the shit hit when shit hit the fan, and my weight gain quadrupled. Things that were going on in my home environment was so stressful to me that I didn't know what to do. I couldn't tell my friends about it because you were taught not to tell anybody. Keep it quiet. Whatever's going on, you ain't got to tell nobody what's going on. I don't need nobody in my business. That's the culture in which I come from. So, you couldn't even, man. You weren't telling the preacher what the heck was going on in your household. So, what? The next best thing to do. I couldn't wear makeup. I couldn't dye my hair. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. I was only 12 or 13. What was there? What draw was there? Food. So, I ate myself. I mean, I had my doctor tell me when I was 16, 17, if you don't stop doing what you're doing, I'm gonna have to put you on heart medication. My dad died in his 40s from a heart attack. His sister died in her 60s right after menopause from complications of being overweight. The bigger I got, the more I disappeared. I was that chick, especially like when it's time to go to the clubs, I was that chick that you told to hold your purses. I was the chick that you told your parents you were with because she ain't doing nothing. You know? I'm the one that you told your boyfriend you was with because what that 240-pound girl gonna have you doing? That girl ain't gonna have you doing nothing but used. I was being used and manipulated a lot because I was just trying to fit in. I was over 200 pounds. Half the time when I was in college, people used to ask me if I was pregnant. That's how big I was. Yeah, very depressing. It's just that time in my life, it was just a wasted time in my life. I was so lost. I was so fucking angry. I was the angriest black girl I know. I could put on the guys. I was happy, but I was so angry. The angrier I got, the more I ate. The more I ate, the bigger I got, the more depressed I got, and the more I kept thinking about what people did to me. At that point in my life, I was so busy living for others and doing everything that somebody else expected of me. I just wasted away. I got lost. I think I kind of suffered like a little emotional breakdown at one point in time in college. Like I stopped caring. I just stopped. It's like I felt a switch go off in my brain. Click. I'm done. I don't care. I stopped caring. When I say I stopped caring, I stopped caring. I didn't care about college anymore. I didn't care about the friends I was picking up anymore. It was to the point where I was like, fuck it, let the wind take me. Wherever the wind take me, the wind will take me because it's better than what I'm living. My weight struggle was an emotional battle with myself. Once I realized that my weight struggle was a depression, is a manifestation of a depression that I still fight. I still fight depression as a part of my life. I still fight it, but I've learned how to react to it better. I don't stuff my face full of food, trying to stuff down the emotions constantly. And you know, that's what it was. My weight gain was just me stuffing down my emotions. I was always angry. It was to the point where random guys are like, you're cool. If you didn't know me, like if you weren't from the crew, you're like, you know, you are very intimidating. I look at you with, fuck you talking to, son? Ain't go away with that. I was a mean girl. I was a fat, mean girl. I was that girl. I was a fat, let me be honest. When I was bigger, I was a fat, mean girl. The same way how people used to play me is the same way how I manipulated them. I was used to play jokes on people because of my size. I was used to help embarrass dudes. So when I'm like, you using me, I'm gonna use you. I used to use it. They don't realize it, especially those girls. They didn't realize I used knowing them to get notoriety with the guys. Because if I know you guys, I know you girls, that's how I'm gonna get the dudes on my side. Why you think half of these guys in college was talking to me because I was hanging around with pretty chicks? I was taking that anger, stuffing my emotions, and instead of fixing myself, I was manipulating. I was being manipulated and manipulating people. I was a mean bitch. I was mean as hell. Believe you me, I was manipulating the hell out of these pretty girls. Manipulating the situation just to benefit me, because I was a mean, angry, fat bitch. I manipulated these girls just to come. Man, I used to play. I was getting butter jokes. I remember use you. Lost some of the weight. Like the first time I lost a lot of weight, I think I lost like the amount of a first grader because I was that heavy. So I ended up losing like 80 pounds the first go around, and that was before I had my daughter. So yeah, I was smaller. I went from like, honestly, I went from a 16, 18 down to, I want to say a 10, 12. And that's significant. And then I had my daughter. And I saw myself, because when I had my daughter, I was 204 pounds. Depressed. Even like 6 months after having my child, I was still over 200 pounds. And I'm like, oh my God. And my depression set in. And this time, that postpartum depression plus regular depression of having gained weight all over again, because that's where my weight gain comes from. It's an emotional depression. Man, I'm so depressed over it. And it's like, and the thing that changed it was the fact that I caught myself. I caught myself going back down that same path all over again with being mean, not giving a fuck, trying to manipulate people and situations to my own gain, just checking out. I mean, I checked out for a couple years after I had my daughter, and a lot of the drama that I went through with it. If you rolled with me through those years, if you knew me through those years, you already knew the dramas. My drama is no better or no great than anybody else, but it was just too much for me to bear as an individual, and my depression set in. And when my depression set in, I eat. When I say I stuffed the hell, when I say I stuffed my face so bad, I got sick all the time. All the time, I was always sick. Either had a head cold or my stomach was always hurting. And it was just a bad deal. And then once again, I had to say, fuck it. Fuck it. Take care of yourself. You're not happy. You're becoming that mean, miserable bitch. You're in a relationship with the guy that is, at the time you're in a relationship with the guy that really was filling your cup up with the vinegar to keep you bitter. Because they enjoy you being bitter and angry. Because you didn't care anymore, and you thought because, up, down from a 18 all the way down to a size 8. I've been the gamut. I've been an 18 to an 8. So, honestly, for me to be fluctuating like that, for me, I know personally for me, that my 70 and 50 to 70 pound weight gain was an emotional weight gain. I was stuffing my face full of emotions, and it was coming out angry. I was about the things that I went through, and was done earlier, and I didn't know how to express them, or I felt as though they weren't valid, so I ate my feelings.
Calm sense. J period. I met this girl when I was 10 years old. I had a dream since I was a kid. I'm moving, yes I'm moving on the motor, turn it over. I met her when I was 10 as I began.